actually, I thought I'll come for this interview and you'd be all dark and brooding and very much in that zone. You're actually the complete opposite. In fact, we're seeing a totally different sort of Shahid. I mean, someone much more playful and relaxed than I remember ever really interacting with. Not that I've interacted with you much, but you seem to be in a very relaxed frame of mind. Is it because of all the positivity that's coming forth for the trailer as well? Very loaded question.
Yeah,
how do I
have to go through self-introspection to completely answer that. But maybe I get really happy when I do dark films and really dark when I do happy films. I don't know. I don't know. It's just me. This is me now.
This is you now. Okay. Well, we have to say we're really liking it in the most complimentary way. When I watched the trailer, you totally creeped me out. Yeah. That's creepy. Goosebumps, and not for the right reasons. But are a lot of people saying that to you?
A lot of people walk up to me and say, "We never thought we'll be scared of you."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's happened, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
you know, when somebody walks up to an actor and says, "I never thought," it's awesome.
That's what you're always working for, right? And you know, you guys, obviously, I mean, everyone's been going on about the chemistry between the two of you, and that's obvious, really.
We also share the same star sign, by the way.
And the same initials, by the way.
And the same initials, by the way.
Yeah, that we all figured. That's kind of obvious,
You
guys.
got that?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
You know, we're SK square.
SK square. And honestly, I think that is the chemistry which is really, I think, probably translated.
We've known each other. We've known each other. We're friends. We know each other since a while before we started this film as well.
So you said this in other interviews as well, you'll have known each other, but I mean both of you are from slightly different generations, so to speak. So are you part of the same friend circle, or how exactly do you know
No,
each
she
other
used to
so
hang
well?
with my children. Because obviously there's a
I didn't
20-year
mean it
difference
like that.
between us.
I'm just saying,
And
okay,
you know, she just went like, "Shahid uncle," and I went like, "Hey, I think we'll really get along." And that's how that happened.
Okay. I'm glad you cleared it up. Thanks so much. We are so grateful.
Always
We are
up
so
for
grateful.
clarification.
So no, you meet, I mean, you meet at these quote-unquote filmy parties and these social do's, and we've also partied also, like, you know my brother also.
I know her brother quite well, so yeah, so we've like hung out.
Yeah, we've hung out.
Okay.
Hence.
And you know, obviously you were very unsure while you were shooting the film, you know, but you know, I was just thinking, you know, Shraddha, actually for you, it must have been an intimidating process, right? Because I mean, Shahid is obviously a pro and he's been around for a long time, so are you, but you know, you're relatively a newcomer. But
first of all, it's Vishal sir, so a dream come true. Then you top that cake with a stellar cast.
Yeah.
So then you're like, okay, and it's your 5th film only. People would kill to be in my position, and people would.
They totally would.
People
but
would
like he said, great power comes great responsibility as well. So you know, I mean, I really was listening. Yeah. So you know,
इसको थोड़ा दूर बिठाया करो.
yeah, I know. You know, obviously, I'm sure you're a self-confident person, but were there moments where you also felt like, oh,
I did feel, well, not intimidated, but more awestruck and more curious, and yeah, definitely a constant sense of like even nervousness where you're like, you know, that I hope I do well, I hope I'm doing well, I hope I'm doing well, I hope, you know, that thought is definitely always there. But when, you know, the most magnificent quality about Vishal sir is that he is such a love-filled human being. You can even hear that in the texture of his voice, you know, even when he just speaks. So he showers so much warmth onto you, even on his in his human interactions. So on set, he treats you with tender love and care. So that just makes you feel good about yourself, and he makes you feel like you're...
And you know, talking about the fact that he's such a love-filled human being and he's someone who's so warm, I'm sure that's not something which only ends on set, really. I'm sure he's someone who you would look to as a mentor otherwise.
That's exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
And you know, Shahid, when you were going through times when, you know, self-admittedly were tough, or you were not maybe sure what kind of decisions you were making, did you ever turn to him for advice? Did he ever advise you during, you know, a low period or anything like that?
He just tells me to make better film choices on movies. It's not very complicated. But yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes, yes. But one usually spends a lot more time together when one is doing a film.
Yeah.
But he is somebody I would turn towards for advice at any point in time, for sure.